Now, friends, my question is this will or this willingness that Japan is expressing to modify its military, is it that Japan is doing it just to beef up its military as a result of what is happening in the world, that there is a possibility of a war with China, or Japan just want to stay updated? Because every military has to stay updated every time. But the way it seems that Japan is doing this for a possible conflict with China or with North Korea. But then I don't know how that is going to work for Japan, because we are seeing Asia in a situation where there are many who are calling for pan Asianism on the continent, whether we are talking about the Far East, South Asia, and so on. And Japan is said, or as it appears to be, to always work hand in hand with the Americans and the West. In fact, Japan is part of the G7. They do have some militaristic tendency in which they wage financial war on any country or every country that the United States doesn't like. So in this case, Japan perhaps will have to ask itself, as much as it is one of the richest countries in the world and economically sound countries in the world, or technologically sound countries, or one of the most sophisticated countries when it comes to production, Japan will have to ask itself, I believe, is Japan a Western country? Is Japan part of the West, or is Japan an Eastern and or a global South country? The world is shifting drastically, and the drastic changes could work against the West. So I don't know if Japan putting itself in Western camp could work for Japan. Perhaps Japan might want to put its feet, one foot in the West and one foot in the global South and in the East in Asia, so that if things doesn't go well with the West, Japan can come back in the or among the countries of the global South and say, I'm part of you. However, friends, this is the current reality of our world today. Countries are beefing up their military. Countries are modifying or upgrading their military and military hardwares. That is something that has to happen anytime. Countries and militaries must always stay updated and modified. However, friends, once again, my question is Japan modifying its military? Is Japan working toward improving and upgrading its system to produce more F-35 fighter pilots, to just beef up, to modify Japan's military for the sake of modernization, or is it a preparation for a possible war in the future, near or far future? Please tell me what you think.